organisation. The kinds of things that we've been using the finances for are really hall hire, let's see, occasions like this, and paying for when Paul Connett has come, who contributed to his travel expenses, but we defray some of the costs because we work with other groups, so that we haven't been liable for most of those things. So our current position, can I have someone just to formally move that we accept the accounts? Thank you, and second, fine, great, so the accounts are done. I suppose I've done a chairman's report in some ways in the talk earlier, but I do want to reiterate two things, really. The first is my thanks. I mean, I have loved working, and I will continue to work with everybody who has the inspiration. It's been a great team, and I think we've achieved wonders, help from other sources. We've worked very hard over the last 2 years in particular to build up links with other groups, and particularly with local politicians. And that's something I hope that we can continue to do. I know David Harrison was very kind of optimistic about things. I'm a very optimistic person, but I also kind of have a very strong sense of realism. And you only have to kind of keep listening to what the SHA is saying to know that they have a very strong view about what they feel they should be doing. You have to keep at them. One of the things is they are really thinking about pushing ahead. I did wonder whether we should be talking to the City Council about holding a public debate so that the SHA can actually come and stand up in public and say what their intentions are, and that we have some kind of, like the question and answer sessions that were held, that we have some kind of formal panel debate where we can actually have people put in counter arguments, both political as well as scientific. So that's a possibility. But I do want things to be great. And the other thing is, whilst I'm standing down and we are in the process of moving, is that we'll have a base here in Southampton. My son's still here. I am very committed. There's no way, and I know I shouldn't speak for other people, but I am going to speak that both Anna and I feel very strongly that we kind of worked hard and enjoyed working. And I want to see it through to the end. This is important. It's actually brought things, and things I now do in my work day are now related to things that have come out of this campaign, and become much, much more involved in thinking about how dental health issues, and they're often ignored. I mean, that's one of the things that has been come across me so strongly in this. So that's what I want to do. I say I love working with everybody. I think it's a really good bunch of people, and I'm very happy. So I kind of formally have to stand down, so I don't know how we now stand in terms of kind of thinking about a new chairperson. Nobody has put themselves forward in nominations. Is there anybody who wants or is willing or would like to stand as chair?
I'd like to nominate John.
Okay.
I think Bill just seconded it.
Yes.
So that's the position. So
I would, if anyone else feels like coming forward, please do so, because my style of being the chair would be to basically ask other people to run different bits of it and use it to chair core meetings and so on. So if it's not
that's it. Right. Well then.
Do we vote?
Were you?
No.
Well, I don't know if we need to vote. I'll hand it to you.
Thank you. I think it's just a matter of filling in any other formal posts. All I've got on that, I've got the treasurer and also the secretary. Is there anything else we should be filling? I'm not aware of any nominations or anything else. I've just sort of come in and...
Anna was a publicity lady, weren't you, Anna?
Yes, that's in a very sort of loose sense, really.
A loose publicity lady.
It sounds very official.
Loose publicity.
Well,
Well, I'm happy to sort of, do what I can in an informal way. But if anybody else wants to do it, I'm happy. So,
I wasn't suggesting that you carried on, Anna. If you can you do that from the distance, or
well,
are you going
not-
to be up to there with
I
everything?
can't guarantee.
No.
Well, shall we go through? I mean, obviously there's the treasurer. Anne and Peter have been doing that jointly, effectively. But in fact, as Peter's very ill. I'm not in his latest situation. I presume they are standing down.
No,
I
actually,
spoke to Anne yesterday,
yeah.
and she didn't indicate
Oh, is she
Mm.
happy to carry on?
Peter's improving actually.
Is it?
He started the drive around the local area.
that.
Yeah. Okay. But it's happy. Does anyone?
I mean, it's not that onerous, really.
She's got all the membership
Yeah.
details as well, so it'll be tricky.
There's membership as well, so it's finance
Yeah.
and membership. Well, are we happy? I mean, does anyone else want to come forward? No? So I mean, I'm a bit out of this, so I'm just asking for your views as to if she's happy to carry on, we'll carry on with that.
I think so, yeah. I think she wants to stay at least involved in
Yeah.
one way.
Okay. How about secretary? And that's something you've been doing, isn't it?
We haven't really had a secretary, things like bits.
Yeah. So is it secretary? Well, I think we need someone who's going to sort of take responsibility for doing correspondence and things. Isn't it?
We haven't
Oh,
really
just go
done
to one of
our email list to keep us on the road.
So you're saying we don't need a secretary then? Well, effectively, we've just got the chair and the treasurer, and Anna standing for publicity when you can.
Well, I'm just thinking, it seems to be a committee
Okay. Okay. And Bill does the website and the correspondence with people on the web, through the web.
Yeah.
To my mind, that is like being a secretary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything that Bill does, the vast amount that he does, that good boy, and his lovely wife. I think that is like secretary, really,
Yeah.
even if it hasn't got the name of secretary.
It is
That's
crucial.
that.
I mean, it's absolutely crucial. And, I think what Bill does is he wouldn't have a Hampshire against coronation without you. So.
Very flattering. But anyway, it's not an office, it's just something I do basically, and I'm quite happy to carry on doing it.
Okay. All right. Well, effectively, what we've got then is a committee who come forward and volunteer to do various bits, and that's great. What I suggest we do is actually have a committee meeting fairly soon before you go off to Kent, which is July, is that right?
Yes.
So we have one in June sometime. And do you want to set it now? So people know?
Can do, yeah. Nor have I, but I mean,
No.
Tentatively.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do it over the email.
Yeah, okay. Well, sort of towards the end of June probably, because it's towards the end of May now. I think I'd like to come up with a view as to the various areas, like we've got the Southern Water, someone needs to keep an eye on Southern Water doing, someone needs to keep an eye on the councils, what we should do with councils, what we can do legally, what options are there, and just have someone looking after each of the areas, ideally like. And then the other ideas as to what we can do to make sure we don't get fluoridated the next year, basically. I think this next year is crucial. We've got 10 months where the SHA is still there, and they could, in theory, a week before they go out of existence, they could instruct the Southern Water to go ahead and do it. And once it's in, it's going to be very difficult to get it out. And we've got to make sure that the council doesn't backslide and pick it up once they've gone. So I think we've got a quite important year this year to make sure it doesn't get implemented. I think a lot of people think, well, hopefully they won't because they'll just run out of steam, but I think they will try.
John, could you ask if there's anybody here who would like to come on the committee? Because it isn't a very onerous thing to do, but there might be somebody who felt that they wanted to join and do something specific.
Is everyone contacted via we could send out a note via via Bill if you'll contact us if everyone's on that list and say, please come along if you're interested in taking part in the committee, and we'll sort out the date for that.
probably anybody's here to have a chat with you afterwards.
Mhm.
I think it's like you say, it's fairly informal and people take on the roles. I mean, I'm willing to support you as much as I can. And I think there's quite a few others. We see when we send out an email, we get a few people who seem to focus on different areas and we can let them do them.
And also, I think it's going to be important that we keep the scientific credibility, because I think we have actually been scientifically rigorous and the SHA have not. And even though people think it's the other way around.
As someone who's built up quite a good working relationship with a lot of new Labour councillors, perhaps I could put quite a bit of effort into the committee on our behalf to make sure that we do the
Yeah.
right person.
Well, basically, the committee is open for anyone who's willing to sort of come along and make a positive contribution.
Yeah, I'd like to start the committee. I'm currently am a chair on a residents association. We're involved in the council quite a bit as well. I'm also involved in charity, but as much time as I can give you, I'll give you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, great. Well, basically, we meet every so often, and there's not fixed at the moment. It's basically dependent on what action needs to be done, and we sort out what we can do and what needs to be done, and people volunteer to take on various bits of it.
If you could give Bill your email address, I don't think you're on our distribution list, so we wouldn't want to miss you. Okay, thanks.
No building. Okay, and I think that's all we're going to need to do, is it? I mean, it's a fairly short AGM. There's nothing else we need to cover. Okay. Right, well, the other thing, just to be aware, because I was in the Green Party, so I've actually moved across to join the Labour Party. I'm treated with great suspicion, I think, by the Labour Party. I'm now sort of, so I'm going to obviously put point of view within the Labour Party and see what headway I can help with.
Useful in the Labour Party for them to know that the alternatives, the child style type approach, is actually a good way of going forward, and actually that there is evidence to show that it reduces inequalities, because the inequalities issue is something that the Labour people kept on talking about.
Yeah, my point about the inequalities, if you're actually getting fluoride, so dental fluorosis, it actually makes dental inequality wider, because the poor people can't afford to have the treatment for, which is has to be private.
But this sort of whole community-based approach, if we're sort of push that as a sort of proactive, rather than always the negative against water fluoridation, maybe that will be gradually erode some of their opinions.
I'm going to invite the Chancellor people down from Glasgow to rectify.
Sounds good.
Actually run a meeting about alternative rather than.
Well, maybe we could do that through the council. Maybe do it.
It also shows that we are 21st century,
Yes,
not
exactly.
mid-20.
Yeah, we're not back in 1950. Like
Exactly.
All right, well, thanks very much for coming and on this lovely day, lovely afternoon, and hope to see as many of you as possible at the committee meeting, which we will sort out afterwards and send out
Is
notification
it
about.
going to be at your place or their place?
Probably better to be my place, I suppose.
Right, that's lovely.
And she'll be in the middle of moving and things like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, thanks very much.